I believe that working in communities and working in groups is so far more efficient for so many things, such as self-achievement, self-awareness, self-confidence. So I'm here to talk to you today about my sewing project that will bring together people in communities, learning new skills, etc. So I'm Miss Libby Rose, and I've been working as a sewing teacher for many years now, probably closer to 10 years. And I work in community groups, I've worked with children's centres, I've worked in my own capacity, so one-on-one with kids, with adults, I've worked in groups, I worked at the Knitting and Stitching Show, and all over the place. I could go on and on, but I'm a well-developed sewing teacher anyway. Now, I want to broaden this out and bring it all over the UK with my big pink sewing bus. So my Big Pink Sewing Bus project will consist of working with children and working with adults. So there's 2 projects under this umbrella for the first year, and then this will develop in hopefully lots of pink buses all over the place, teaching and bringing communities together. Now, this is a very exciting project, and it's something I'm extremely passionate about, as you can probably tell. Let me tell you a bit about what we're going to do on the bus. Now, the bus will be fully self-sufficient, so it can turn up anywhere. So it could be in the car park of something, in the middle of a field, anywhere. So it can be city or rural. And as I said, it will be fully self-sufficient. So it will have its own power and all sewing machines set up, all own materials, everything in there. So we just open the doors and open the hatch and away we go. So there's no waiting around, there's no waiting for me to set everything up and plugging in all my cords. I know that if some of you have worked with me before, you know what it's like, me clambering under tables, getting things set up so that we can get started and get going. It's there, the show's ready to go. And it's amazing the amount that you can see in a 90-minute session. I've worked with people of all sorts of backgrounds, and some quite lonely people and people who are quite extravagant on the outside, but perhaps could just do with a bit more self-confidence. And by doing sewing and craft, I've really seen this. So what we'll be doing on the bus, back on track. So there's one project that's called Sewing Stories. Now this is more the adult project. So this is where I'll be going into children's centres all over the UK and community centres, lots and lots of different loads of different nationalities I want to meet, and we will be creating sewing stories. So hopefully this will turn into a book or something as well. But really, I'll be collecting up the stories. Everyone will be creating a square within. So even though you'll do sewing projects, you'll also be creating a square in fabric, and that I will keep to sew into a big piece of art, and that is your sewing story. So whether it's something that you just feel you want to talk about from your session that day, or whether it's a lifelong story that you would like to perhaps get out, then that's what Sewing Stories project is all about. It's about bringing out your story, feeling the love of the passion in the bus. Now, my other project, which is for my younger fashionistas and artists, is going to be me going around to different schools and maybe youth centres as well. And this is a big project where you'll be set the task of creating a work of art, so a wearable work of art. So you'll be using your sewing techniques, and it's for different age groups, so there'll be different prizes for different age groups. I'll be bringing in lots of people on board as well, so I'll get some artists to give some input in here so that kids can get some inspiration from different artists. And once I get all of that together, then there'll be a judging panel. So that will go on for probably 12 months, I think, about a year-long project that will be. And I'll be going around to different schools, visiting, inspiring, giving some techniques and things, learning learning what they've brought out, and have a look at their mood boards, have a look at what they've achieved so far. And this is open to anyone, so there'll be a range of ages. Start off with my little ones, like I do after school clubs at the moment. So I've got my 7 to 9 year olds, and then there'll be and 10, 11-year-olds, and then early teens as well. So there'll be different prizes in different categories. And I'll be getting some different, I'm in talks at the moment with different sewing companies and fabric companies and things. So they might get on board for the prizes, and they can then get prizes for themselves. So the best ones will win, but also you'd be able to get prizes for your school or your centre as well. So that's all part of a centre. So it's a bigger project really. And then there'll be different projects as the years go on. So this is my flagship year of the Big Pink Sewing Bus. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope to see you around once we get this Pink Sewing Bus up and running. Thank you so much.